Hey everybody, it's Mr. 95 Cents. We're here for Mr. 95 Cents Sport Card Adventures, and boy did I have some adventures lately. How we doing everybody? Oh, I'm trying to come back. I'm getting better. I'm pretty pain-free. I'm going to go through all that during the card shop store. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. It's an adventure. But thanks everybody for your best wishes, your comments, prayers, everything else, and I'm back. I'm back. I don't know if I'm 100%, but I'm back. So we're gonna do a regular show, but during the card shop story, I'm gonna do pretty much a life story and fill you in on what happened in the last 5 weeks. So, all right. But thanks very much. I appreciate it. Every time I heard from somebody, I really appreciated it. It got my spirits up. Yeah. All right. But and I got some cards. I'm gonna show you one card I got from somebody because I can't show them all. He sent me some of my favorite player too, so that's why. But this card was unusual, and I'm almost embarrassed to read it. To tell you the truth, it's a Superman card, and what was this say on the now this is from Speed Racer. Yeah, and it almost makes me embarrassed to read this, but I'm going to read it. He's very nice to send it, as everybody else was. To a true Superman whose kindness and generosity leaps tall buildings in a single bound, and all for just 95 cents. Get well soon, Daryl, and thanks for all you do. P.S. I took a chance at some cards of a classic player who, if I'm not mistaken, may be your favorite player of all time. Apologies for any of these that you may already have, but as a wise man once said, well, what you gonna do? Ray, a.k.a. Speed Racer. And it's got a nice little skyline thing in there. Yeah, I don't know about Superman, but I did the best I could, Ray. Let me put this over here nice. I'm going to put that. That was on my mantle with all the other cards. And then he sent me some Yogi Berras. And Yogi, yes, is probably one of my top, 3 to 5 baseball players. And I think I never really saw him play because I think my first recollection of going to a game, I was probably about 10. So that was 66. So I don't think he was playing then. Mantle was playing, but not Yogi, I don't believe. But so here is some really nice Yogi Berra cards. I have a couple of them, but most of them I don't have. And what I'll do with the couple I do have, I'll give them to some really good Yankee fans. Probably my brother or something. But here's a nice one. History of the World Series from Topps. That's a nice one. Because Yogi, forget it. I believe he's got 10 World Series rings. We got Paragons of the postseason. Those are nice. Got a Topps Platinum. Oh, this is from the archives from the 90s. Here's a nice Cooperstown one. Oops. This is a Hall of Fame collection right there. We got an archives. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I do have this one, but I'll give this one to my brother. It's a, there's a couple in here. Hold on. This is one of the newer stadium clubs with Yogi lounging. And we got the, I'm trying to remember, this was an Upper Deck set. I'm trying to remember which one. 125th anniversary, I believe. And a distinguished service. Yes, Yogi was in the service. Yeah. And happy Memorial Day weekend. But thanks very much, Speed Racer. Those really nice Yogi Berra cards. And I really like that card. And thanks, like I said, thanks everybody who sent cards or messages, phone calls. It was crazy. I hope I got back to everybody on that with, as far as messages and everything. Phone calls, if you called in the first few days, I might have lost it because I was out of it. So, but I was going to talk about that card shop story. We got some warehouse finds. So before I went into the hospital, I had no idea how long it'd take me to come do a video, but I got stacks of stuff here from the warehouse. So I'm not allowed to lift nothing for a long time. So this way everything's ready, and I'm good for a lot of shows. So I'll be all right that way. And here we go. Let's see. Right away, we got Michael Jordan's. We got a playmaker, Michael Jordan. And I think, if I remember right, I put these in a stack a while ago. These are all Wizard cards. Remember Michael Jordan went on the Wizards? We got a UD Superstar. This is a Fleer Ultra, just wearing like a practice thing. We got a Fleer Authentics. That's a Topps. So what year was this? Let's see. So we're talking 2001, 2002. I think he only played 1 year for them. I forget. Let's see. Here's another one. There's a couple here. This is a Inspirations from Upper Deck. We got a Hoop Stars, an Upper Deck Honor Roll, and a Stadium Club. So yeah, we got the Wizards Michael Jordan collection. All right. We also got some hockey here. This is one of my all-time favorite sets for hockey. I like this set from back, I think it's from the 90s, 97. 97 Pacific Invincible. So these are regular cards. We got a Keith Primo, Wendell Clark, Alexander Mogilny, and Jeff Sanderson. These were nice sets too. The old Select Certified. Now, the Select Certified is pretty common now, but back then it was a premium set because these are from what year mostly? 97. We got a Brian Berard rookie. Got an Ed Jovanowski, and they all had that protective film on them. See that? Got a Saku Koivu. Yeah, they were nice looking cards. Owen Nolan. We got a Jamie Langerbrunner rookie. And an Eric Daze. Oh, my friend Daryl's going to be happy because I found some Jaromir Jagr Penguin cards. This one's from Upper Deck Retro. Got a Topps from 95, 96. Got an Upper Deck Victory. All right, we got some racing cards. All right, this is the X-Side car. Who drove it? Does it say who drove it? Team owner, team name, sponsored. Jeff Bodine drove that. Okay. We've got a Kevin Lepage. Kevin Lepage. What's that say? Vermont Teddy Bear? It says Vermont Teddy Bear on his shirt. Got a Richard Bickle. Skip Manning. Got Jeremy Mayfield. I think most of these cards are from the 90s, no? Yeah, this is 90-something. 98, it looks like. Is a 94 Max Terry Labonte. Got a Rick Mast. Got a bunch of NASCAR today. Every now and then I find them. Bobby Labonte. This is a momentum card. And Jeff Hammond. All right, what do we got here? Some football. Looks like some Terrell Davis. Oh, this is nice. A Terrell Davis Flair Ultra Gold Medallion. That's when they stopped making the whole card gold and just put the name there gold, which is okay, but I liked it when the whole card was gold. Looked better. Got a Leaf Certified. What year is this from? 99. Got a Playoff Prestige. This is an Upper Deck Ionics Reciprocal, I believe they call it. It's an insert. Oh, I haven't heard this guy in a while. Got a Fleer Metal Universe. Cordell Stewart. You never know what you're going to see on the Mr. 95-cent warehouse finds. Oh, we got an action-packed Marcus Mariota. Got a signal caller, Joe Flacco, who's still playing. Got a game face, Khalil Mack from Score. Eli Manning on Ole Miss. That's where my nephew's going to go play hockey. I don't know if I probably haven't announced that on here or nothing, but I put it on my Facebook. He's going to be playing hockey for Ole Miss, my nephew. A little bit far away, but we're going to try and do a road trip once in a while. We got an Upper Deck legend, Steve Young. Got an SPX Jim Plunkett. So we got some old quarterbacks here. This is a certified seal of approval, Alex Smith. And oh, look at this one. This one's in heavy plastic. It's a select from 2022 Prism Concourse die cut of Saquon with the Giants. That's a nice looking card. It's not numbered or nothing though, but somebody thought highly enough of it to put it in plastic. Heavy plastic. Well, we got some Chipper Joneses. We got a Upper Deck Retro Chipper Jones. Here's a Stadium Club. What year is this from? 2000 Stadium Club. Got a Upper Deck 10th Anniversary Team. Now we got a Topps Bazooka comic. Chipper Jones. What's it say? I'm feeling chipper today. And this guy's got the lineup. And it's all Chipper Jones. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's crazy. Got an Upper Deck. This is a Skybox Premium Spring Fling. Greetings from Spring Training 1999. And on the back it's got like a postcard type of thing. Yeah. Oh, these were always nice. The Flares. This is the Flair, I want to say from about 96. And we got a Upper Deck MVP Drawing Power insert. And we got a Topps Rookie. From 91, I believe, right? Yeah, 91. And what's this here? This is from Topps Heritage, and it's flashback cards. Okay, those were nice inserts. So we got a flashback card of the Gateway Arch. Got one of Malcolm X. On the back they got a story. The Astrodome. It opened as, what does it say? Astrodome opens as 8th Wonder. And we got the Beatles. Yeah. Okay, we got some Negro League stars here. Let's see. This is from Upper Deck. I'm trying to remember the name of the set. Origins of the Game. And it's a Satchel Paige. We got a Upper Deck Josh Gibson. A Buck Leonard. Leon Day. Here's another national pastime, Satchel Paige. And this is an Upper Deck Hall of Records, Josh Gibson. Oops, watch out. Okay. So Josh Gibson, all-time Negro League home runs, 146. That doesn't seem like a lot. I thought he had a lot more than that. I don't know. All right. Oh, some older baseball. We got some 1983s. We got a Ubi Brooks. Rick Rhoden. Bob Welch. Buck Martinez. Art Howe. Chris Chambliss. Mickey Hatcher. John Stearns. Don Baylor. Bill Madlock. Rafael Ramirez. And Cesar Geronimo. Yeah, that's one of the best names in baseball, I thought. Cesar Geronimo. Now, what do we got here? Oh, looks like we got 1971s here, and it's Phillies, Royals, and Pirates. All right. I mean, it doesn't seem like this long, but what are they, 50 years old? More than 50 years old, these cards. We got a Billy Champion. Very hard to get in good shape. Most of these, I will say, are VG, VGX. Yeah, it's hard to get them in good shape. The black border. We got a Johnny Briggs. Ron Stone. And on the back, they got the head with the little story and stuff and the stats. Got a Tony Taylor. Chris Short. A lot of Phillies. Mike Ryan. And Lowell Palmer. Then Royals, we got Ed Kirkpatrick. Tom Matchick. Bill Butler. Bob Garibaldi. Got a Joe Keogh. Jim Rooker. John Matias. Al Fitzmaurice. Tom Bergemeyer. Bob Oliver. A lot of Royals. Wally Bunker. And Ken Wright. So we got Pirates here. We got a Jim Nelson. Jose Pagan. And we got a rookies. Ed Acosta. I don't remember him, but I do remember Milt May, the catcher. Got a Bob Johnson. Dave Gusty. Luke Walker. Jim Grant. I think that was Mugcat Grant. Does it say anything? Yeah, it says Mugcat had 24 saves. Yeah. Gene Alley. And, oh, this guy was good. Danny Murtaugh, the manager. He was funny. Yeah. And that's our warehouse finds for today. Which I tell you, I got stacks and stacks of stuff. So even though I can't lift the 2-row shoebox, I'm not allowed to. Nothing more than 5 or 10 pounds, they say. So for a while. So anyway, we're going to go right to the card shop story. So a lot of you guys, I've been talking to you, messaging. You sort of know what happened. I really was kind of secret about it until the week or two before I went into the surgery. But they found a growth in my kidney. Oh, geez, probably close to 3 years ago. And let me have a little something to drink. Yeah, a lot of guys have been asking me what happened, and instead of explaining it to everybody, I figured I'd do the one video. So about 3 years ago, by accident, they found a tumor in my kidney. Small, wasn't that big. They said it wasn't, a big threat yet, but they decided that they're going to watch it. Well, I applied to Sloan Kettering, which is supposed to, and I tell you the truth, I think they're the best. I mean, I've been to a couple hospitals in my day. Sloan Kettering was fantastic. So they said, well, it's not really threatening, and we'll see. They didn't know if it was in there for 30 years or was in there for 2 years. But they said it's possible, never come into play. It depends how fast it grows. So every 6 months I've been going into Sloan Kettering, and which they have an office about 25 minutes away. And you can do most things down there. They have been watching it and giving me a scan and seeing if it's growing. Well, it was growing little by little, and not too much though, except the last one, which was about 6 months ago, almost 6 months ago. It doubled in size, and it got not to the danger zone yet, but it was pretty good. It grew fast all of a sudden, and they said, listen, we got to do a biopsy, because if it's cancerous, we got to probably take the kidney out. So I says, all right. So for any kind of surgical procedure, you have to go into the city, 68th Street, and they got a beautiful hospital there. It's fantastic. The people are great, So I went in there for the biopsy, and sure enough, it came back, renal cell carcinoma, So I says, okay, we got to take the kidney out. So he explained to me the way he was going to do it. They did it. It was supposed to be all robotically, and what they do is they put 5 holes in you. So, but anyway, we'll lead up to that. And so my brother brought me in. I wasn't that nervous, to tell you the truth. I knew it had to be done, and it wasn't in my control. I mean, like the doctor said, if you don't take the kidney out in a couple years, you're going to have a big problem. I says, all right. So we got to do it. So my brother picked me up that morning. Good Friday. I was the Good Friday lamb. It was funny. Yeah, my buddies around here brought me out to lunch a couple days before the operation, and it was Lent. And who was giving up soda for Lent, and who was giving up candy for Lent, or dessert or whatever. And I says, well, I'm giving up my kidney for Lent, so guess what? I'm going to eat all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so it was Good Friday. My brother came to pick me up. Now I have my car all ready to go. I got a Honda CRVX, so it's pretty low to the ground, not too bad. And my brother's got this big Jeep Centurion, and I'm telling you this because it was kind of crazy at the end. So he comes with a big Jeep Centurion. I already told him, I says, we're going to bring my car, right? Yeah, okay. So he pulls up, and he says, listen, let's go in my car. I don't really feel comfortable driving your car in the city. So what are you going to do? So I went, put everything in his car. I could, when I'm healthy, I could get in his car. It's not easy. It's high up, but, and it's weird. The step to get in, I swear to God, it's only like 4 or 5 inches, if that. And I got a size 13 foot. So I can't even use that little step. I'll probably fall off of it. So I kicked up high and I got in. Not too much of a problem, I mean, I'm 69 years old, but still. Like he told me, I did good, because he says most old people, because my brother's a lot younger than me. I think he's, how old? He's 14 years younger than me. He said most old people need a step stool. I said, all right. So I got in, no problem. We went into the city, didn't hit much traffic. got in. We parked in one of them underground lots, and they had a shuttle going from there to the hospital. So it was pretty easy. And they were fantastic. Like I said, they put me in a holding room, pretty much, we'll call it. And they did all these kind of tests on me. The doctors came in and talked to me, anesthesiologists, all that kind of stuff. And then my main doctor comes in, and he magic marks me where they're going to go in, And I says, oh, that's nice. So I got a very good doctor. He's probably one of the best in the world, And so he says he's going to do it robotically. All right. 2.5-hour procedure. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. So they wheel me down to the operating room, and I tell you what, it was some experience. They had all kind of machines around and stuff, and they had the operating table, and they said, "Do you need help getting on the operating table?" I said, "No, I'm good." So I got up on the operating table, and they started hooking me up intravenously with all this kind of stuff, and they said, "We're going to give you some medicine." And before I knew it, I was gone. I didn't know what happened. So, robotically, the way he explained in the beginning was 5 holes, 2-3 inches, cuts. And they put the fixtures in there, and the robots go through the fixtures. And he sits at a video game console, like. So I said, all right. Very, very, he says, you'll only be in the hospital 2 to 5 days at the most. I says, okay. So... And I even said to him back then, I said, well, 2 days is Easter, and I don't want to bother my brother on Easter. I want him to go home for his family. So if it's the way that is, it'll be the next day. He goes, no problem. He says, you'll probably be in there till at least Monday. I said, okay. So anyway, the procedure, they had problems with it. I guess everything on me is big. I don't know why. I've got an enlarged prostate that's not cancerous, thank God. But so they couldn't get the kidney out of the holes. I didn't find this out till later. And they had to put like a 7-inch incision bottom of my stomach to get the kidney out. And he told me it was a big operation because they weren't really expecting that. But he had a procedure in place in case this ever happened. And the way he explained to me, it was the first time he's ever done it. Because what they do is they pump gas into you to be able to do that robotic thing. And when he did the cut to do it, all the gas came out. So he invented this balloon thing. He says, first time he's used it. And he put the balloon in me, and they took the kidney out through there. I said, all right. So I had that big extra cut. That was the big thing. So I woke up. It was a 5.5-hour operation. I went in at around 1:30 in the afternoon. That's when they rolled me into the operating room. I remember I woke up and I'm in a fog. I'm sort of out of it. And they had a beautiful window overlooking the New York skyline, and it's dark. And my brother's standing there, and I says, I didn't even say hello or nothing. I just said, it's dark out. That's what they said I said. So, yeah, I didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock. But anyway, I woke up. I was in pretty good pain. They were giving me intravenous IVs, all that kind of stuff. I was hooked up to everything. They said I did okay. There's going to be a lot of pain. They gave me, beside the intravenous, I was getting every few hours 2 of the heavy Tylenols and oxycodone pill, all 3 at once. That's how bad I guess they figured my pain was, which it was. I do have a pretty good tolerance of pain, though. I've been told that over the years, and I think that's maybe because of my old wrestling days. You learn to take the pain a little bit. So I was pretty much out of it the first night. I tell you what, they had a nurse sitting in the room the whole night, and a nurse. Not a nurse's aide or nothing like that, but a nurse. And I says, that's, So anyway, I wake up the next morning by the doctor, 6 o'clock in the morning. Not my regular doctor, but one of the guys that was on the surgical team. And he looks at me, he looks at my stuff and everything, and he says, well, something? He goes, you're doing okay. I was on all those machines. He says, we're going to take you off. And see if you can walk around a little bit, or something. And I said, okay. I said, what do I got to do to get out of here? And he goes, well, we got to see you walk around and you got to urinate on your own. I says, all right, because they had a catheter in before that. I said, okay. So I want to say an hour later, and I was in big pain. I said to the nurse, we're going to start walking. So I wasn't really that steady on my feet to begin with. And I said, give me that IV stand. Even though I wasn't hooked up to it no more, it worked good because I held on to it while I walked around. So I walked around. They got like a lap thing, around the hallway. So I did one lap, and man, was I tired after that. And I said, okay, back to bed. So I went back to bed. A couple hours later, I said, listen, we got to do walking again. So I did 2 laps. I said, okay, and I'm getting a little bit better at it, And then I think it was about 12 o'clock, and I felt like I had to urinate. So I says, let's go for another walk and bring the urinal, because they don't trust you. You got to do the urinal thing. So I said, okay. So we went, stopped at the bathroom, which was in the hallway. I did urinate, and then we went around, and as we're going back to the bed, I says, well, what do you think? And because I did urinate now, and she says, well, I think you can go home if you want. I said, all right. I said, let me think about it. So I went back into bed, and I said, well, I'm not hooked up. I said to myself, I'm not hooked up to nothing. And I'm still on the big pain pills, not on the intravenous. But I said, I could take pain pills at home, so, and I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I ever said this, but my sister, she died this past June. She had pretty bad cancer, and she was in the hospital and didn't die from the cancer. She died from sepsis. She caught an infection while in the hospital, and she died there. So I says, I got to get the hell out of here as soon as I can. So I says, I got pain, but I'm getting out. So I said, okay, I'll get out. So, and by that time, my brother stayed overnight in the city, and he was already there. So, all right, so they had us out of there by like 1:30, 2 o'clock. But here's the funny part. So they roll me out in a wheelchair. My brother pulls up on the curb with his big Centurion Jeep, and I'm in a lot of pain. So I get up from the wheelchair, and I got to do a high karate leg kick to get in, pretty much. So I did it, even though it was very painful. And I got on the ledge, but there's a little lip about so big. I only got as high as the ledge. I didn't go over the lip. So I bring it down. I try it again, even though it's very painful. I still missed. So my brother had to go back in the hospital, get a couple guys to come out to help get me in. And once they got my leg over the lip, I was pretty decent. So I get in and roll in. I thank the guys. They were great. And like I said, the whole hospital was great. And so this is funny. I never rode in one of his Jeeps. He's always had a Jeep from when he first had his license. So I don't know about you guys, but his Jeep, every bump I felt. And we're in the city with potholes. And I said to him, geez, I says, don't you have any shock absorbers? He says, I got six shock absorbers in this thing. He says, but it's they're kind of tight. I said, yeah, no kidding. All right. So I got home. I got up my stairs. I got about 5 stairs to get in the house. I got up them, A lot of times it's your mind. If your mind says yes, even though you get a lot of pain, you can do it, So, and then I went in my chair, and that was pretty much it. I was out of it. I mean, I was taking my medication and stuff, but I was out of it for a few days, In fact, one of the stories is, I'm going too long now, but I'll make it a card shop story, where I got bothered by eBay people on the phone, like on the second night. and late too with phone calls. But anyway, I closed the eBay. In fact, the eBays are still closed. Luke came back to work this Monday. I started going back to my Rotary Club meetings. I went to the little store in town, supermarket, and cause I stocked up pretty good, but you can't stock up on salad or nothing like that. So I bought like 4 bags, and I put like less than 5 pounds in each bag. So I'm getting around things. The future, I'm going to try and go back on my regular show schedule, but they're not done with me. I got to go in next week. I was surprised, and I'm going to find out more what this is all about. He wants me to go on immunotherapy. I didn't even know what that was when he told me, but I found out it's either an injection, intravenous, or a pill, and there could be no side effects, there could be big side effects. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I know he's a great doctor, and I got to listen to what he says. So when that starts, which I think is going to be sometime in June or July, because I think this next week is just a consultation with another doctor who's going to do it. You know, we'll see. If I got side effects, I can't do the show. If I don't, I'll do it. What are you gonna do? You know. But I'll be on. You know. And that's pretty much my journey so far. You know. And he did take out also a couple lymph nodes other than the kidney, and he says they tested them and they were negative, which is a good sign. You know. So I should be all right. You know. Like most of my friends say, you're looking good. I said, yeah, that's what they say to the guy at the funeral in the coffin, too. So, no, I'm all right. I should be all right. And the one thing I haven't done since I've been sick is I haven't opened a box in 5 weeks, believe it or not. And I got all this new stuff here because I've been getting deliveries, you know. I mean, Tom, oh, here's the phone. Who's this now? Let's see. Oh, it's Frank. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Frank, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm on my way over.
All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm in the front office.
Okay.
All right, take care. See you in a little bit.
Yep, bye.
Oh, Frank's coming over. Let me get a drink here. Hold on. This show is going to go a little long. The short story was long because I try to condense it. But, so I got a lot of new stuff. Tommy called me up. You know, kept in touch. How you doing? This and that. And then when new stuff came in, says, you want any? I said, sure, send it. And Frank and John have been here almost every day. My buddy John and Frank. And they would, any packages they come in, they bring it in and unload it for me because I can't lift nothing. That's the big thing. For probably a good 3 months. And then we'll see from there. But so anyway, I haven't opened none of it. And I'm interested in this stuff because people have been buying it and telling me it looks nice. And they got good old timers, which I like in here. So we got Resurgence Football. It's pretty new. I think it came in here about 3 or 4 weeks ago. 32 cards per box. 2 exclusive parallels per box. 4 cards per pack. 8 packs per box. All right. And it says, look for Electrolytes SP inserts. Okay, let me get my cutter here. Oh, you know what I didn't do to start off? I didn't do prizes. Oh, you know, I didn't write a script down today. So from the last, I'm going to do the prizes first. So from the last video, if you commented on the video I said was going to be the last one for a while, or I call it the sick video. I made that video 3 or 4 days after I got out of the hospital, and sorry about the sick sound effects, but I was pretty sick. So if you comment on any of those 2 videos, you're in the box. So first out of the box is going to get the 2021 Topps Chrome Pack. Second out of the box is going to get the 1978 All-Star Johnny Bench. Third out of the box is going to get a Topps Rookie History Insert, Bo Jackson. And fourth out of the box is going to get a 1992 Post Collector Series, Will Clark. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about the prizes. And a shout out to all my featured channels down below, which I haven't watched anything, but I'm gonna try and start watching again. I just started doing a light schedule of work about a week ago, and I would come out here and do like an hour's work, and that was it. Because I still had a little bit of pain. Now I'm pretty much 90% pain free. I take a Tylenol as needed, but not much. I try to take 2 or 3 a day at the max. All right, so here we go. Good luck to everybody. We got a whole box full of names. There's a lot of names. All great names. Here we go. So first out of the box. Oh, Juan Gadino. Juan Gadino for the pack. Here he goes. Big Yankee fan. The Yankees are doing all right. We got the 78 Johnny Bench All-Star. See. Oh, Dr. Mantis T-Boggin. Dr. Mantis. There he is. Gets the Johnny Bench. We got the Bo Jackson rookie history. Okay. Oh, Red Rum, Josh. Josh, Red Rum. Bo Jackson coming your way. And we got the Will Clark Post Serial card. Brian Estes for the Will Clark. All right. Yeah, sorry I forgot that in the beginning. I should have wrote the stuff down. What are you going to do? I can't remember nothing. It's terrible. All right, so now the resurgence. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be, oh, geez, at least a 50-minute video. And we're going to have Frank, because usually, oh, he's pulling in now. Watch out. He's pulling in now. All right, here we go. We got that, and put that in there. Put this in here. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, wow, these are nice looking. Like chromey looking. We got a Jamal Charles. Fred Taylor. We got a Chop Robinson rookie. And it's a refractor type of thing. Yeah. It's a refractor. And we got a Jalen Polk. All right. Only 4 cards. That'll give you 8 packs. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, Brett Favre. Ozzie Newsome. Oh, this is nice. Conductor insert of Tom Brady. And we got a blue refractor. Oh, come on in. Come on in. Who's here? It's open. It's open. What's going on? Frank's here. Frank, take this and throw it over there. Well, I'm on the air here.
I'm sorry.
That's no. Everybody's waiting to see you. I told them you're coming. So, sit down, relax. Frank's here. Watch out. First time I'm doing video, Frank, in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Hello,
everybody.
Yep. Oh, look, I got something for Frank here. Hold on. Put it in plastic. Frank's a big cheesehead from way back. Here, I just got a Brett Favre card.
Oh, well, thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. They got a new documentary on him on Netflix. We got to watch it. I think it's only about an hour long. Oh, and one more card I got to show from that pack. We got some kind of blue refractor, a rookie card of Jonathan Brooks. This is the new Resurgence football. It's nice stuff. It's got some rookies, but it's got the veterans too, which is nice. And there's a chance for autographs. We got a Bryce Young. You all right? You want to get something to drink?
No, I'm good.
Ray Lewis. Got a Darius Robinson rookie. And a Donnie Mitchell rookie. I guess, what was this, 2024 still? Did they tell you? Yeah. So I got to get, what's his name? Jaden Daniel, right? Jaden Daniel, I think is the rookie. I don't know. I guess I told these guys, the first stuff I've opened since the operation. Oh, Boomer Esiason. Look at that. On the Bengals. We got a Joe Thomas. We get an insert. Glimmers and Gleam. Randy Moss insert. That's nice. And we got an Ennis Rakestraw Jr. rookie. You ever hear of him? Some of these guys I ain't never heard of. I don't know. Let's see here. That and there. What do we got in this one? Oh, Frank got another Packer. Look at this, Frank. Antonio Freeman.
Ah,
He was pretty good, right?
yeah.
Frank got to get some
Yeah.
Packers.
Wide receiver to go with the quarterback.
Yeah. We got a Peyton Manning. Oh, this is a fancy card. Is it numbered? They're not numbered, though. They're fancy refractors, but not numbered. We got a John Randall.
It's a good dog.
Yeah, nice looking card, right?
Good lineman.
Yeah. And okay, we got a Bo Nix rookie. That ain't bad. Bo Nix rookie. Here we go. That's pretty good. Oh, Dan Fouts. He was good, Frank. Remember him?
Yeah. Air Coryell.
Air Coryell. Eli Manning. Got a Voltage. Xavier Leggett. And we got a fancy kind of refractor card of Ricky Williams.
Mr. Pothead.
Yeah.
Mr. Weed Man.
You like that stuff. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Well, now it's legal in Jersey. We got a pot store right in Morristown now. What, mile and a half away? 2 miles? We got a Tim
A little bit
Brown.
over a mile.
Yeah, Tim Brown. Oh, Terry Bradshaw. That's nice. That's a nice one. Oh, Keyshawn Johnson refractor. And we got a Jonathan Brooks rookie card. So they give you a rookie or two in every pack. That ain't bad, but I mean, the autographs are probably hard to get. I don't see no odds, but you never know. I've seen some nice ones. Last pack, Steve Largent. Got an Aaron Donald. This is a Ladd McConkey rookie card, but it's a circuit breaker insert. And we got a Marvin Harrison Jr. rookie card. That's nice. And that's our box. What do you guys think? Resurgent. Looks pretty good. I think they go for about $30, $35. Not bad. You know, I wish they were 25, but they're not anymore. Inflation, Frank.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I remember in the store when I used to sell every blaster for $19 or less. And that wasn't that long ago, neither.
No,
So,
4 years.
but anyway, that's a nice box to open. All right, so that's pretty much it for the show. Like I said, we closed the eBay, so I can't lift nothing. And I think the next video I do, which will be on Tuesday, God willing, we're going to have talk about what happened with a couple of eBay things while I was sick. Remember that guy called me up? So, so anyway, so we'll be back on Tuesday, God willing, and here's the prizes. All you got to do is comment on this video and be a subscriber, and you got a chance for these prizes. First out of the box on Tuesday, we got a 2019 Don Russ football pack. Second out of the box, we got a Great Expectation from Illusions, Rondale Moore jersey card. Third out of the box, we got a Leaf Draft Flashback Gold of Barry Sanders. And fourth out of the box, we got a Legends of the Fall Russell Wilson. Right there. So all you got to do is comment on this video and be a subscriber. And welcome back, everybody. I missed it, and now hopefully I'm back, so we'll see. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget, collect what you like, because if it goes up or down, you still like it. And try not to buy a box more than 120, Frank. You know why?
You get nothing.
It ain't been worth it lately. Not that kind of money. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And we're just under 50 minutes. That's not too bad. Take care now. We'll see you on Tuesday.